You're walking to the kitchen, everything is fine. And then, out of nowhere, something launches from behind the couch and clamps onto your ankle. You look down, your cat is staring up at you with the most satisfied expression you've ever seen. This happens in millions of homes every day. And while it always feels random, it never actually is. Every single attack has a reason. And once you know what they are, you'll never be caught off guard quite the same way again. Number 1, your feet are the perfect prey. Let's start with the most fundamental reason, the one that explains almost every foot attack you've ever experienced. Your cat is a predator. A small one, yes, but a predator with a complete neurological hunting system that fires up the moment it detects something worth chasing. And your feet, it turns out, tick every single box. They're small, roughly the size of the animals cats evolved to hunt. They're low to the ground, right at eye level. For a cat, they move unpredictably. They change direction, they disappear around corners, they rustle under blankets and twitch under covers. To your cat's brain, your feet are not your feet. They are prey, moving, escaping, irresistible prey. And the moment you walk away, or shift under the covers at 3 a.m., the hunting sequence activates whether you invited it or not. This also explains the ambush. Cats in the wild don't chase prey in the open. They wait, they hide. They let the target come to them, then they strike. So when your cat lurks behind the couch and launches the moment your ankle passes, that's not chaos. That's technique. Ancient, refined, and extremely effective technique that your ankle has been unfortunate enough to be on the receiving end of. Number 2, they're bored and your feet are the only game in town. Here's the version that's a little harder to hear. Your cat has energy that needs somewhere to go. Every day, without exception. And if you haven't given it a proper outlet, through play, through toys, through anything that keeps them engaged and stimulated, that energy is going to find its own target. Your feet are always available. They move on their own. They react when attacked. And they're right there at the perfect height every time you walk past. The foot attacks aren't about your cat being difficult. They're a report on what's missing. A cat who gets adequate play. 15 to 20 minutes of real engaging activity each day rarely needs to treat your ankles as a playground. The energy has already been spent somewhere better. If your cat attacks your feet consistently, the first question to ask isn't, how do I stop this? It's, what am I not providing? The feet are just the symptom. The unspent energy is the cause. Number 3, they want your attention, and this works. Sometimes the foot attack isn't about hunting at all. It's about you. You're on your phone, you're watching something. You're busy, and your cat has been sitting nearby waiting to be noticed for longer than they're willing to wait. So they try the most reliable option available. They bite your foot, and you react immediately. You might yell, you might jump, you might look at them with exasperation. But you looked, you stopped what you were doing, you acknowledged them. From your cat's perspective, the attack worked perfectly. This is also why the behavior tends to escalate over time. Every time a foot attack gets a reaction, any reaction, your cat learns that it's effective. The more consistently you respond, the more reliably they'll use it. The uncomfortable truth is that if your cat attacks your feet for attention, some of the responsibility lies with what happened the first time they did it. You responded. They remembered. And now it's a strategy. Number 4, they're telling you to back off. Not all foot attacks are playful. Some of them are a boundary. If you've been playing with your cat for a while, holding them or engaging with them more than they wanted, the foot attack can be their version of enough. A firm physical signal that the interaction is over and they need you to stop. This version usually feels different from a play attack. The energy is more tense, the bite is sharper. And it often comes after other signals that were missed. A flicking tail, a shift in body language, a subtle pulling away. Your cat wasn't trying to hurt you. They were trying to communicate clearly after more subtle messages didn't land. Learn to read the earlier signs, the tail movement, the ear position, the slight stiffening of the body, and you'll often avoid the bite entirely. The bite is the last resort. Everything before it was the actual conversation. Number 5, they never learned where the line is. Some cats attack feet not because they want to hurt you, but because nobody ever taught them they shouldn't. Kittens learn bite inhibition and play boundaries through their mother and their litter mates. They bite too hard, the other kitten squeals and stops playing. They learn the lesson, too much force ends the game. Cats who were separated from their litter too early, before 8 weeks, often miss this education entirely. They never learned how hard is too hard. They never learn that teeth and claws on skin mean the game stops. And so they carry that unlearned lesson into adulthood, playing with the force of a predator and the social calibration of a very young kitten. If your cat consistently plays too rough, foot attacks that draw blood, bites that don't seem to register your response, this is likely what happened. It's not aggression. It's a gap in their early education. And with patience and consistent feedback, stopping play the moment it gets too rough, every single time, many cats can learn it, even as adults. It just takes longer than it would have in kittenhood. Number 6. Something else made them angry and you walked by. This one catches people completely off guard, because the attack seems to come from absolutely nowhere. Your cat was watching a bird through the window, or they heard another cat outside, or something in their environment triggered a stress response they had no way to release, and then you walked past, and the nearest moving thing became the target. This is called redirected aggression. Your cat wasn't angry at you, they were already activated, heart rate up, muscles primed, predatory system engaged, and your passing foot was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. If your cat attacks you seemingly unprovoked, with more intensity than play and in a context where nothing obvious triggered it, look at what was happening around them before the attack, not just at the attack itself. The cause is almost always somewhere nearby, not in you. Give them space, let the activation settle, and don't take it personally. They weren't angry at you, you were just there. Number 7, their body is telling you something is wrong. If foot attacks are new, if your cat never used to do this and has suddenly started, consider the possibility that something physical is going on. Pain makes cats reactive. A cat with arthritis, dental pain, or a skin condition may lash out at movement near them because they're hurting and on edge. Hyperthyroidism can cause a dramatic increase in restlessness and aggression in older cats. That can look like sudden behavioral changes. The difference here is usually in the quality and context of the attack. A cat who is in pain tends to be more unpredictable overall, not just with feet, but in other interactions too. If the change is sudden, if it's getting worse, or if it comes alongside other changes in behavior, a vet visit is the right next step. Here's what all this comes down to. Your cat isn't attacking your feet because they've decided you're the enemy. They're doing it because something, hunting instinct, boredom, frustration, a crossed boundary, redirected energy, a gap in their early learning, found its outlet in the most available moving target in the room. Every attack is communication, and every attack is fixable once you understand what it's actually saying. More play, better boundaries, earlier attention to the signals they give before it gets to the bite, and occasionally, a vet visit to rule out what you can't see. Next time your cat ambushes your ankle, pause before you react. Ask yourself which one it was: hunting, boredom, attention, a boundary? Then respond to what they actually need. And maybe watch where you're walking. I post 2 new videos every week about understanding your cat more deeply. If that matters to you, subscribe. It's free. And go find your cat carefully.